Good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug. And today is the final day of the Malaysia Mystery Tour. In a way, the Malaysia Mystery Tour is already over because I'm still here in Ipoh at the Regal Vista Hotel. Just finished having breakfast with my traveling companions, Habib and Shanaz. We had a really nice breakfast down there. They put on a nice spread. Of course, I'm not the one to judge whether food is good or not. I would like it no matter what. You know, someone puts food in front of me, I'm always pretty happy about that. But yeah, it seemed like a very good breakfast that they put on here at the Regal Vista. Enjoyed it very much. And today we're basically driving from Ipoh back to Kuala Lumpur. And since it is the day after Malaysia Day, this is September 17th, I'm hoping there are not going to be massive traffic jams, because we ran into those before. But I think we're okay. We're only 2.5, 3 hours outside of Kuala Lumpur. And Habib and Shanaz, they're flying out of Malaysia tomorrow. So they have the rental car for today, and then they drop it off near the airport tomorrow, and then they fly out, and the mystery tour is over. So today is going to be a very simple day. We're not going to be doing any tourist attractions along the way, I don't think, except Habib has been talking about stopping at an A&W, and I often forget about this. It's like an angle on life that doesn't occur to me because it's not part of my life, that he was quite excited about going to A&W, and he was asking me about root beer, things like that, and I was kind of wondering, like, why exactly? I mean, I went to an A&W in Kuala Lumpur, and I even made a video about it, but that was because it's a historic A&W, one of the I think the first drive-in A&Ws in the country, and there's some history attached to it. But then Habib mentioned, well, yeah, in the United States, he can't get halal root beer. So even though A&W is in the United States and they have root beer there, because it's not halal, it's not available to him. And here in Malaysia, the A&W root beer is halal. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that never occurred to me. That, yeah, you go to A&W in Malaysia, it's a special treat for some people because it's halal root beer. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So we're driving to KL and we're going to stop at an A&W, like a road highway rest stop. He looked into it. There's an A&W along the way. And I guess I'll shoot a little bit of video when we get there. And I'm staying at a different hotel in Kuala Lumpur. All of my usual places, the prices have just gone up dramatically because of the holidays, I guess, and they haven't come down. So even my old standby, the J Hostel, Masjid India, is relatively expensive right now. And right now, I mean, I would go to that hotel quite a bit in the past, mainly because they have single rooms that are cheaper. But now their prices are on par with all the other hotels in KL at that price range. So there's no advantage to staying there. If you're going to be paying 70, 80 ringgit a night, yeah, there's no point staying at the J Hotel where I used to stay. The only reason to stay there is if it's cheaper. So anyway, but even the Crossroads Hotel, Swing and Pillows, these other places I've gotten deals at in the past, there's no deals available. They're all relatively expensive. The Crossroads, my hotel there was being advertised at 130 ringgit per night. And again, most of the rooms there, they're not worth 130 ringgit per night. So that's out of the question. But anyway, I found another hotel, I think called the Raja Bot Hotel in Chow, same neighborhood as before, and I got a room there for 47 ringgit per night, which, unless you go into a dorm room for like 20 ringgit a night, 47 in that price range, that's as cheap as you're going to get in Kuala Lumpur. You're not going to be very difficult to find a room cheaper than that. So I took that room at the Raja Bhat Hotel. So yeah, I guess it's too early to do a summing up of the mystery tour, but I think it worked out really well in the end. The original plan, as we laid it out, or as Habib envisioned it, was to go along the east coast. But when we ran into that huge traffic jam, we had time. So we're sitting in the car for hours, not moving. And we just kind of looked at our phones and we're doing calculations. Okay, to do this, where are we going to spend the night? And then we couldn't find any rooms. The hotels were all sold out. So that was a problem. And then as we did the math, it was like, oh, then we're going to be driving every day going around. Start like going up to Kota Baru and then down the coast and then to KL. It was way too much distance to cover in the time that we had available. So we made a decision to come to Ipoh instead. And I'm really glad we did that, because now we had the experience of spending a couple of full days here and really enjoying the town. So on our mystery tour, we had the Taman Nagara experience, which so far was the highlight. Easily the highlight of the tour was going into Taman Nagara by boat and having that experience, and just hanging out in Kuala Tahan, that village on the river there, the jetty with all the floating restaurants. Really interesting atmosphere. I enjoyed that very, very much. I could have spent a week there without breaking a sweat. And then we ended up in a place I'd never heard of before, Gua Musang or Musang. I don't know the pronunciation. And that town was a very pleasant surprise. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of time there. We hoped to get there early and then have the whole day and the night to hang out there. But because of the traffic jam, we spent the entire day on the highway, basically, because of the massive traffic jam we encountered. But I still enjoyed my night there. And the morning, I managed to go out exploring a little bit, and we saw some of the town before we left. I got a good sense of the place. And then we had trouble in Ipoh finding a room, so we ended up in Gopeng for overnight. And we didn't spend a lot of time there, just one night. But again, I found that a very pleasant town. And then we had 3 nights here in Ipoh. So that was very, very nice. Great day yesterday. So yeah, wonderful little mystery tour, the way it all, and so many unusual experiences for me. My normal style of travel would be quite different, perhaps, than my traveling companion. So they're introducing me to a whole different rhythm, and throughout the day, and going by car, having the ability just to ride in the car to go to places, all very interesting, new experience. So yeah. All right, so I got to pack up and get ready. We're on the road in a short time, heading into Kuala Lumpur. So we're on the road, heading back to Kuala Lumpur, getting a nice view of the scenery around Ipoh. I don't think it shows up on the GoPro very well. The screen, the video is way too wide. You don't get it. But looking out there in person, very beautiful. The hilly landscapes on all sides. As you can tell on the video, KL Tower, we're back in KL.
Turn right onto Jalan Raja Bat, then your destination will be on the right.
And we're listening to Google telling us how to get to my new hotel. Raja Bat Hotel, which apparently means King of Boats. It's a small hotel just up here. It just wasn't recording video of our arrival. It's just we have to pay way too much attention to the highway system. There it is right there. Hotel Raja Bat.
Your destination is on the right.
There it is. I've arrived. My humble room at the Raja Bat, or Raja Boat. I don't know how to pronounce it. Just checking the air conditioner, and I feel, yeah, a little cool air coming out. We got some cheerful orange curtains with sunflowers on them. A window, which is always nice. See the world out there through the window. And it's just a couple of, like a block, 2 blocks maybe away from the Crossroads Hotel where I was staying before. Yeah, it's my kind of place. This place has old bones, you can tell. It's an older hotel, a bit worn around the edges, but everything seems perfectly comfortable. Even comes with a kettle, hangers, I mean, utter luxury. And then the bathroom. Yep, don't need anything more than this. So, oh yeah, it even has monogram towels. Look at that. The Hotel Raja boat. And there's the boat. So the king of boats. And that's the name of the street as well. It's the, Raja boat. Jalan Raja boat. Back in Chow Kit, of course. So yeah, we got here pretty quickly. I was a little bit worried about holiday traffic, people coming back from Malaysia Day holidays. And there's a lot of traffic on the highway. I mean, it was just full on. The whole highway was full, but moving fast. Everybody was moving pretty fast. And we only ran into one small accident. Traffic slowed down for maybe 3 kilometers, but never came to a stop like we did the other day when we basically just sat there and unmoving for hours. So everything worked out really well. And Habib and Shanaz are checking in at the Hilton Garden Hotel just around the corner, and we're going to meet up for lunch later on. And as I said, they are jetting out of Malaysia tomorrow. They still have the car for today, and then tomorrow they drive it to the airport, drop off their rental car, and then they're out of here. So, gonna unpack and settle into my new home. Classic elevator shot. No mirrors in here though. Heading out to meet Habib and Shanaz for lunch. So, first few steps out in my new neighborhood. Looks cool. There it is, the Hotel Raja Bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories total. Oh, they got a water dispenser out here, coin operated, all the water you could want. And, all right. I think I'm oriented. Oh, got a little restaurant across right there. That's nice. Ooh, that looks good. Snacks, fried snacks there. And that's where they are staying, the Hilton Garden Inn. It's like a 10-minute walk. Another great feature in my neighborhood, a little restaurant right there, kind of self-serve buffet style. Restaurant Anj, Najas Maju, Nasi Kandar kind of place. I think the road dead ends over there. That could actually go that way and goes to Chow Kit monorail and Crossroads Hotel off in that direction. This is a great street as well. I already walked by it, but there's a big not a department store, like a grocery store right there. Mi Ayam kind of bakso places here. Pisang goreng, fried banana. And another little restaurant right here. So, yeah. Great neighborhoods here in Chow Kit. Past like 3 places where I could get a haircut already. Yeah, it's funny, right across the road here, the whole series of places, they all sell different sizes of plastic containers all along here. They all have them on display there, hanging by a string. There's all kinds of places to eat. Oh, a little coffee shop here, maybe? What is their specialty here? Chendol. Chendal durian. Fruit places over here. But I think Habib and his wife are going to, they've already mentally, I think, picked out a place where they want to go for lunch. They know the best places to go, what they're in the mood for. So I will leave it up to them to make a choice. I think this whole area is the Chow Kit Market. The wet market is right here. And then scooter parking, but there's all, I think the main market is down inside there. And I'm almost at the Garden Hotel, or Garden Inn, perhaps it's called. That's the tower right there. I think it has two buildings though, two towers. I'm not sure how this place is organized, because there's the Hilton Garden Inn there. But I think this is part of the same complex. The lobby for the Hilton Garden Inn. Yeah, I think it'd be a very busy place. Look at all that luggage. Their room isn't ready yet. They have to wait till 3 for check-in. All these bags waiting to be picked up or moved into a room. Very nice. And they even have a traffic light for your, they have a traffic schedule for your breakfast. Coincidentally, this place was my favorite place when I was here before, and it's Habib and Shanaz's favorite place too, the Kashmir Kitchen. So they came here for a lunch. But we'll see. Shanaz is the expert. If she sees food she likes, we'll eat here. If not, we'll move on. I can tell she's thinking about it. Just a quick look at, we all sort of ended up with the same basic meal with naan bread, just rice and some cauliflower, some veggies, potatoes. Yeah, pretty simple. There's the interior of this place. It's quite nice. Very friendly local neighborhood. Very nice lunch. As I said, I've been to that restaurant myself a couple of times, and it turns out it was their favorite restaurant as well. On their previous trip here, they said they ate there 5 times. They make a really nice naan bread, very good, fresh off the griddle. And yeah, I just said goodbye to them for the final time. I don't think I'll be seeing them again unless I stay in Kuala Lumpur, because they're heading off on their trip and then coming back to Malaysia on their way back home. So they will be back in Malaysia. And they explained to me that this is the same hotel, like Hilton Garden Inn, but that's the North Tower and this is the South Tower, but they're run independently. So when you book a room at the Hilton Garden Inn, you have to know which one you booked at. They're the same brand name, but they're 2 completely different hotels. North Tower and South Tower. But yeah, I said goodbye to them. Their room should be ready, 3 o'clock. And they're going to get a good night's sleep. And then off to the airport tomorrow morning. Here's the wet market part of Chow Kit Market. Oh, look at that. 3 rats all together, all at once. Brazen rats out here in the daytime. They just duck down into the sewer. Almost back at my hotel. There's a 99 Speed Mart right there at the corner, which is handy. Picked up some milk, which I always like. And yeah, here we are. The Hotel Raja Bhat. Yeah, everything in this neighborhood is Raja Bhat. I didn't realize it. The street is Jalan Raja Bhat. The market, the buildings, everything here. So not just the hotel. And to be honest, that's pretty much it for the day. A very simple little travel day vlog, I guess. We didn't stop to see any attractions along the way, just had a nice breakfast at the hotel, hopped in the car, drove here, and now they're getting ready for onward travels. Me too, I suppose. So that is it. If you want to check out some more photos and updates about what I'm doing, go check out the Planet Doug Patreon, and also on the Planet Doug YouTube channel, where you are now. Presumably there are the posts. Check underneath the posts and you'll see updates there and some photos in real time, things like that. So that's it for today. Thank you so much to my hosts inviting me along on their tour, the Mystery Tour of Malaysia. 7 days, I guess, from start to finish. And as I talked about this morning already, yeah, we went to some amazing places. Taman Negara really stands out. And then all the little towns that we ended up in, I really enjoyed. And then Ipoh to end the trip. And Ipoh was very, very interesting as well. I enjoyed that a lot. It was nice to stay there for a few nights in a row and really, relax and get to know the neighborhood, get to know the town. You could stay in Ipoh for a month and just go to a new temple, a new cave temple every day, and you would probably not run out. You'd still have more left by the end of the month. If you started doing the food tour of Ipoh, all the restaurants there, all the cafes, yeah, you'd never run out of those as well. We had like 1.5 days, 2 days, basically, and even with such a short amount of time, we had a really great experience. Yeah, nice town, Ipoh. So that's it. The end of the Malaysia Mystery Tour 2025. Again, thank you very much to my hosts inviting me to hop into their rental car and come along with them. Really interesting experience for me, very unusual experiences along the way too. Because I spend so much time by myself, it's even a new experience to spend this much time with other people, sort of day in and day out. So yeah, nice change of pace for me, really enjoyed that. All right, that's it. Shutting down for today. See you in the next video.